Rex Dameron in the 2.
4 minutes left.
Ben Decker, Rex Dameron, Santos Rodriguez, 1, 2, and 3. Minutes down, 3 minutes left to go. Ben Decker right now leading away a 9-lap 5:07. Santos Rodriguez holding on to number 2 spot. Garrett Tucker in that number 3. Ryan holding on number 4. Dalton Russell in that 5. Toot Hollingsworth in the 6. Rex Dameron 7. Jeff Rubin in the 8. Big Country holding on the 9 spot. Greg Smith in the 10. Chris Moran in the 11. Jonathan Lee in the number 12. Ben Decker right now leading the way on a 9-lap 5:06. Santos Rodriguez in that number 2 spot. Ryan holding on number 3. Garrett Tucker working the 4. Toot Hollingsworth in that number 5.
2 minutes left.
It's been Santos, Ryan, Garrett, and Toot still your top 5. Toot Hollingsworth right now 2.4 seconds back of the number 4. Garrett now 1/10 of a second back of Ryan. Ryan finds himself 2.1 seconds back of Santos. Santos 8.6 seconds out of the race lead. Chris Brandt working in at number 6 spot. Dalton in the 7. Jeff in the 8. Rex 9. Big Country now to the 9. Jeff in the 10. Greg in the 11. And Jonathan in the 12. You're just over 1 minute left to go. Ben Decker right now leading the way.
One minute left. $45 seconds left. $30 seconds left.
Ben Decker right now leading the way on a 9-lap 5:06. Santos Rodriguez left, holding on that number 2 spot. Ryan holding on to number 3. Garrett 4. Morant 5. As the time is winding on down here, Ben Decker on a 9-lap 5:06. 9.4 seconds up on the field. And right now running strong here, Nitro Truggy. All righty, guys. Race clock has expired. Keep going here to computer. Call you done.
Benjamin Decker done. Big Country done. Rex Dameron done. Garrett Tucker done. Ryan Pacheco done. Greg Smith done. Santos Rodriguez
Racing back to the line, guys. You're all going to be done. Race to the line. You'll all be done. I'm going to need all 12 of you out here to marshal now. Waiting on Chris, Dalton,
Jeff
Toot,
Rubin
Jeff.
done.
There's Jeff. Waiting on Toot, Dalton, and Chris.
Chris Merritt done.
Waiting on Dalton and Toot. 2 more to finish here. Dalton Russell, Toot Hollingsworth.
Dalton Russell done.
Looks like 2 may be out. That's a race, guys. Everybody is now done.
The race is completed.
All right, Ben Decker going to take the race win and set the bar at a 9-lap 5:06. All right, guys, let's get our marshals out here, please. Marshals coming out. All right, guys, I'm missing marshals here in the back section of the
1
track.
minute to the start of the race.
I got 3 that are there talking. They are not marshals. They're from the previous marshal group. Missing a marshal on the back left, top left, top.
Lucas Oliveira, you TQ'd the new chat. Leatherman, you are in second. Well, Danny is in second because he commented on Elite RC Productions, but we'll give it to Leatherman. You guys win $1 million unicorn dollars. All right, so B sort of intermediate nitro truggy. We got Chris Rackus, Hunter Parsons, Timothy Hobbs, Michael DeLay. Seconds down, 4:30 left to go. Now we are on board with Timothy Hobbs, and he is currently on a 9:5:06 pace. Reggie Tong right behind him, Michael DeLay, Roland Compton, Brandon Greenwell, Hunter Parsons now up to that second spot. All right, now Sean Kochak out front. Sean currently on a 9:5:05 pace. Timothy Hobbs in second. Hunter Parsons is out in third. Kochak in that all-white car with white wheels and yellow wing. Hello, Romel Gelado. Hello, J Concepts Live. I want to win a prize too. And what's up, Tony Schumacher? He says, hit that like button. I agree. What's up, Rick Maroney? He says, hello to Lefty Lance, Danny, not Danny, and the rest of the crew. Sorry. And, yeah. Yeah, you are excluded out of that howdy, Danny, by my exclusion. All right, Sean Kochak coming up on the halfway mark, and he has a 4-second lead up on Timothy Hobbs. And we're approaching that 2-minute warning. Uh-oh, Kochak getting railroaded. I don't know who that was, but that was not fun for him, I would say. Kochek trying to get away from that lap traffic and clean up his laps a little bit. He had a 3.9 second lead that lap by, but it's going to be a long sector for him after that kerfuffle. And Kochek is going to find himself just 1.3 seconds in front of Timothy Hobbs. Just under 90 seconds left to go. Kochek back on form. Man, this track is, it's like smoothing out, like where it's high grip now. I was walking through the pits, a lot of people going on the relapses, most people on reflexes. And there you can see that bump is getting bigger, but it's rounding out. Does that make sense? It's not as sharp. It's kind of becoming a viable option now. And Kochek going to come by the loop one more time. That's a 10.8 second sector too. That's pretty fast. Sorry, 11.6. He had a 10.8 last time by. And he finishes off sector 3 with an 11.2. Leatherman says, everybody needs to buy up the rest of the vintage RC10 tickets. We do have that one still going. I do think that will take a little bit longer. It usually does. And more for a 10 scale crowd, which we will be catering to next weekend. Let's see how many are left on that. Oh, we have 10 left on the Team Associated Vintage Kits Winner's Choice Team RC10 GT. Actually, we could do the drawing for that too if we sell those 10. So we got 10 tickets left on the RC10 Winner's Choice GT or Graphite. If we can get that done, we can do that. And then possibly we can do another one tomorrow if you guys want. Danny wants to e-ticket my right arm. And this is my friend. Who needs friends like him? Who needs nemesis when you have friends like him? All right, so Sean Kochek going to finish on a 9.509. Timothy Hobbs in second. Michael DeLay, Dylan Coe, and Reggie Tung. Nobody going faster than Ben Decker's 9.506. That should be a good run for Decker. And, yeah, we got 10 left in stock on the vintage kits. Somebody go in and buy all of those up. And let's do the drawing. That would be awesome. All right, so it's going to be Sean Kochek, Timothy Hobbs, Mike DeLay, Dylan Coe, Reggie Tong, Wilson Collard, Marlo Bright, Chris Rackus, Hunter Parsons in ninth, Roland Compton, Lance Parker, Eric Hanneman, and Brandon Greenwell rounding out your 13. So Kochek, a 9.509, Ben Decker with a 9.506. Thank you all. This one is sold out. Thank you all. This one is sold out. Thank you all. This one has 10 tickets left. Let's sell it out. Fur Burglar, you can get a ticket by scanning this QR code, or Danny Paz has pinned the website link in the top of the chat, and that will take you over to the Elite RCP Productions. You go in there, and there you can purchase your e-tickets. Thank you, sir. I just wanted to let it be publicly known once again that I have already beat Danny Paz in a grudge match 2 weeks ago at ONS. head-to-head grudge match, and I won. So that war is over. I'm moving on to bigger, better things now. Got to up the game to get better. Colt. I could beat you in crawling. Soul 68 was Watkins was in her earlier, and I was like, where's Soul 68? He's not in her yet. All right, so intermediate nitro truggy. Let's have a look here. Thank you, Matthew Grooms, for the support. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Christopher Falk. Thank you, sir. As I look up intermediate nitro truggy. All right now, Aiden Ridgway with a 0 and a 3. Colton Fernaro for a 0 and a 5. Gabriel Santiago has a 5 and a 2. Marion a 4 and a 3. Tredardi with a 2 and a 8. Matt Long with 11 and a 4. Cooper Johnson with 8 and a 10. Ryan Stiles Harris with a 7 and a 13. All right, so still up for grabs is intermediate nitro truggy. Well, let's see how it works out as we are on board with the red and yellow flamed techno truck of Ryan Stiles Harris. It's going to be Cooper Johnson out front, followed by Colton Funari, Ada Ridgway, Benny Comarion, Ryan Harris, Manny Long, Joseph Ruggiero, Ashton Webb, the Nato Tredardi, Peyton Puckett, Trevor Michael, Gabriel Santiago, and Ryan Daze. Thank you, Furburglar, for the support. So, we got 3 minutes left to go. It's Funari out front in the X-ray. And we are on board with Ridgway. Well, that was Ridgway just now. And there is Funari making his way through Sector 2. He had a 10.8 through Sector 1. Let's see. Can he drop down into the 10s here in Sector 2? As his track gets faster and faster, it's 11.5 for Funari. He had 11 flat in Sector 3. Sector 3, sorry. And it's going to be an 11.5, so slightly slower. His fastest was the 10.8 through Sector 3, so Sector 1 earlier. And 11 flat, so it is. I love the sector times. You can just see what part of the tracks they're struggling instead of just assuming it. Or, you can see it, but now you have data to prove it. Yara Maraho. Am I the only one that feels if you have a chassis sponsor, tire, motor, electronics, you should not be running in the intermediate class? No, because you guess what? Sponsorship does not equate skill level. And there are different levels of sponsorship. There we go. That's a short and quick answer to that. I mean, I've been asked this question. If I had $1 for each time I've been asked this question, I'd probably have $10,000. But anyway, let the debate begin. We'll carry on with the racing. Well, you know what? We're going to look at Pro Nitro Truggy that's coming up next. And we'll look at a few racers who were racing intermediate last year and where they stack up against the pros coming up in the next heat. Because it's a perfect example coming up here very shortly. Colton Funari, out front, sponsored by X-Ray. Can't run intermediate, according to Yamaha. Yaramahara, whatever that says. Anyway. It's going to be Fornari, and Fornari is going to take the overall here. Yep, Fornari going to take TQ, and overall, Ben Decker's time is going to stand for a 9.506. Sean Kochak will finish third overall. Mad Maddie with her second here will finish fourth. Benny Comarion will finish fifth. Timothy Hobbs, Ashton Webb, Ryan Harris, Michael Delay. There needs to be some events in the central U.S. that the fast guys from the East and West Coast come together and throw down against each other. Sure. Yeah, find dates, venues, and we'll see you there. Because I trust you. It is a lot easier said than done. But I would agree that a central or Midwest 8-scale race would be great. To add to the calendar, but it would be difficult to put multiple, I would say. Yeah, but the Hobbyplex doesn't. The Techno Series doesn't attract everybody. I think what he's talking about is probably a one-off race like this, where everybody comes to it. I know they're doing some one-off races now in the Midwest at similar horse arenas, but those races take time to build up and become prestigious and as popular as the other big races that these manufacturers send their drivers to and that people go to. Up next, Pro Nitro Truggy. All right, so let's take a look here. So we have Wade Piggott, who just recently made the jump from intermediate up to pro, running Pro Nitro Buggy. And we have Braden Bruce, who I think this is his fresher, maybe running pro. So let's see how they stack up against Cole Caston, Jonah Wilson, Jared Tebow, Seth Dale, and Ryan Cavallari, Camden Line, Aiden Horn, and Ryan Lutz. And let's see how their times in intermediate, as you guys claim, stack up against these racers. And there's not too many of the other semi-pro guys that run pro here this weekend. So this is kind of a light, it's a B main and Truggy, but kind of a light turnout for all the top pros are here, but there are a few guys who would also be making or a threat to make A finals here that aren't here. So, it's all relative. But hey, what do I know? And we are on board with Jonah Wilson in the Sparko. Well, yeah. Well, we'll be at the Hobbyplex next week. I can't wait. I like that place. It's going to be hard. But luckily, I'll be in the AC, and Danny will be in the heat. But he'll have an AC, but it's going to be warm in there. All right, so we're on board with Wilson. Wilson looking quite fresh as he throws down a 10.2 sector one time. And he is on a man on a mission. Oh, he goes wide and gets all the drift. And that's 11.5 sector two time for Wilson. Wilson coming by. That was a good lap, a 32.399. He had a very good sector 1 and 2. His sector 2 time was the hiccup. Sorry, he had a very good sector 1 and 3. And we are on board right on the rear wing of Jonah Wilson. All right, now Tebow up to that top spot. And there's Ryan Lutz, who's currently in fourth. All right, so Camden Lime, who's had a quiet weekend so far, out there in the S-Works Truggy with the ultimate engine on the ProMotion tires. He is currently just threw down a 31.861, and he is looking for a much faster third sector here, trying to catch up to Wilson. He's 29 hundredths of a second back of Wilson. And Camden Line comes through that gap. Is now 1,700. So Camden is absolutely on a mission. Oh, no. He got caught up in those bumps and just got sucked into the pipe. And there is Camden Lime. After that mistake, it's going to drop him way down the line. And that is Seffendale and Aiden Horn. And I want to say Braden Bruce out there. So Braden Bruce is duking it out with Aiden Horn. That's cool. Jonah Wilson got 2 minutes left to go. Jonah Wilson currently on a 10.519 pace. And we are on board with Jonah Wilson. 1:22 left to go. Wilson is on a tear right now. 0.3 of a second of a gap up on Jared Tebow. Cole Castens in third. Ryan Lutz, Camden Line, Braden Bruce, Ryan Cavallari, Aiden Horn, Stephen Dalen, and Wade Piggott. Oh, Tebow. The same thing that happened to Camden Line happened to Tebow. That's like deja vu. Same turn marshal, too. Oh, man. Oh, well. Tebow will not be happy about that pallet that Patrick placed there. Patrick put that pallet there to protect the loop. Oh, my goodness. All right, we got 17 seconds left to go. It's Jarrett Tebow. He's out front by 0.4 of a second, but he's going to lose that to Jonah Wilson here. Oh, no. Is that Cole Casson who got turned into it? Wow. Oh, that is Jonah Wilson. So, Jonah Wilson, we've seen three drivers. I don't know what to call that now. We're going to have to call that the pit of doom because that's what it's turning into, a pit. All right, so it's going to be Cole Casson taking the win, setting a time of 10.522, followed by Camden Line, Jonah Wilson, Ryan Lutz, Jared Tebow, Stephen and Ryan Cavallari, Aiden Horn, and Braden Bruce. Why is there so much negativity or getting an RTR when you're first getting into RC racing with a club? Because I'm going with the Typhoon TLR tune because I can afford it. That's actually a very good starter e-buggy to run. I actually know a racer here that has one. He started with that. He just moved up to like a actual race chassis, and he raced his TLR2 Typhoon for quite some time. So I think it's an absolutely great choice for you to get into RC. Up next, Pro Nitro Truggy. So Ryan Mayfield has already wrapped this up. Spencer Rifkin with a 3 and a 2. Mason Fuller with a 2 and a 6. Jared Wiggins with a 4 and a 5. Dakota Fenn with a 7 and a 3. Douglas Schufelt with an 8 and a 4. Long with a 5 and a 13. Cogden with a 6 and a 12. Castan with 11 and a 7. All right, so interesting times. We got Ryan Mayfield, Fuller, Spencer Rifkin, Jared Wiggins, P. Long Win, Cole Ogden, Dakota Fenn, Douglas Schufelt, Brandon Rose, and Lee Setzer. We are on board with, that looks like Mayfield. The Mayfield, a 32. Fenn with a 30.9. All right, so Dakota Fenn currently in first. He just had 11.1 Sector 1 time. And he has a blazing 10.5 Sector 2 time. And what he had, man, he was dropping down into the nines. A runaway sounds like. Sounds like Little Bump having a runaway. Yep, and he is done. Mason Fuller to the point. Let's watch the Iceman. No love for the Iceman for Danny just because he's an NRC driver. I get it. Let's go, Danny. Because Mason Fuller and Dakota Fenn are battling it out. Ryan Mayfield currently already has the TQ. So Mayfield has the TQ wrapped up already. Oh, man. There is Little Bump, or Feelong, his dad. So something happening to his car. It's Fuller from Fenn, Brandon Rose, Spencer Rifkin, Ryan Mayfield, Setzer, Co Ogden, Feelong, Schufelt, not having a good run at the moment, down in 9th. Fee out, and there is Wiggins, and there is Mason Fuller currently out front. This will be a very confident boosting run for him, not having a good run in Nitro Buggy at the moment right now is Mason Fuller. But Nitro Truggy, he is man. Look at how fast he went around that off camber. He had a 10.2 Sector 1, a foul zap of a 10.6 Sector 2. And he had a 9.9.6 Sector 3 last time by, and he backs that up with a 10.6, so half a second slower, but he made up some time and just clicked off his fastest lap of a 31.2. But Fenn takes it back. Fenn with a 31 flat. Fenn has the fastest lap of the race with a 30.9. And there is Dakota Fenn making his way up and over the double. And you're running on a Dakota Fenn currently in front, currently on a 10.5.14. Mason Fuller, Brandon Rose, Spencer Rifkin, Ryan Mayfield, Lee Setzer, Co Ogden, Jared Wiggins, Douglas Schufelt. All right, so Fuller still out front. Fuller just had 3 10s in his sectors, 10.4 in Sector 1. Now we're following him going through Sector 2. Has a little bobble. And Fuller on the gas. Up and over that double he goes. That was a 10.9 Sector 2 time for him. And Fuller just cases it, but still able to carry the power as he comes across the start-finish line. And that was a 10.3. Fenn back to the point by 38 of a second. We are witnessing a great qualifying battle between Dakota Fenn and Mason Fuller. As we can see Fuller making his way towards the comeback doubles. And through the S's he goes, and that is ever so tight as he whips that truggy around that 180. And that is a good sector 2 for Mason Fuller. So Mason Fuller kind of just having a quiet weekend. Oh, my goodness, great save. Even with that mistake, it was an 11 flat. So that was impressive by Fuller. Now that gap, 96 hundredths of a second between him and Fenn with 10 seconds left to go as we watch Mason Fuller coo as the other side of the pillow. And he gets that truggy up on 2 wheels as he comes through sector 2. Going to be a slightly slower lap here. And I think he's just not going to have enough to get back on pace with Fenn. He needs a masterful lap, and that's it. Unfortunate for Fuller. Dakota Fenn is going to take the TQ here in Q3, and that should give him an excellent starting position on the grid tomorrow for the A final. So well done to Dakota Fenn. Valiant effort by Mason Fuller, but just falling a bit shy. He'll still finish second overall. And Ryan Mayfield, Fuller going to finish on a 10.5.16. So that mistake cost him about 2 seconds. Well done. Well done to Dakota Fenn, Mason Fuller, Ryan Mayfield, Brandon Rose, Jared Wiggins. Cole Caston going to hold on for a third. Well done to him. Cannon Live, 5th overall. Jonah Wilson, 6th. So good stuff. All right, so up next, Sportsman Nitro Truggy. We got 2 heats of that, and then it's right into Nitro Buggying. So let's see how the vintage e-ticket competition is going. Chatlandia. Hope you guys are enjoying the coverage. Don't forget to smash that like button for us. And let's see. We got 9 left. 9 left. If we could get those 9 to it, we can probably get them up. Or at least get it done tomorrow. Jordan Corley, Matt Mitchell, Anthony Allen, Ryan Helmetag, Adam Raber, Corey Jordan, Buddy Spears, Seth Roulette, Joe Wells, Stephen Hamer, AJ Hovday, David Guillaume, Jack Geese, Shane Hill, Matthew Hobbs, Thomas Verstay, and David Ellis. All right, so the racers are on the clock. We'll give them a minute or so to get some laps under their belt. We want to thank you all for tuning in all day. We did have to switch the stream over because we was about to time out on YouTube. So we want to thank you guys for jumping on over. We got about 240 people watching. We had 400 watching at one point. So hopefully you come back. Don't forget to smash that like button for us as well. And we still have I believe, an undecided Pro Nitro Truggy qualifier to go. Let me have a look here at my information here. Give me a second, everybody. So Pro Nitro Truggy, Spencer Rifkin's out front right now, has a 2 and a 3. Brandon Rose a 5 and a 5. Jonah Wilson with an 8 and a 4. Ryan Mayfield 11 and a 2. Jared Wiggins a 7 and a 6. Phelan with 0 and a 17. Van Dalen a 3 and a 14. So Schufeld a 4 and a 6. Still lots up for grabs in the Nitro Buggy, the Glory. So don't go anywhere, race fans. All right, so we are on board with Mr. Thomas Versailles. And this is Sportsman Nitro Truckee. All right, so we got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. And Jordan Corley now out front. All right, so Jordan Corley currently out front. Jordan out front in that pink and white HB. And she's got 140 left to go. Sportsman Nitro Truckee. Let's see how this is all shaking out. Oh, she's having an off-track excursion. Awesome. Oh, Chris Harris already wrapped up TQ. Breck Burns. Okay, so Chris Harris already wrapped up TQ. Oh wow, Thomas Versteed. Oh man, he only got one lap in. Sad. Joe Wells as well. All right, everybody. Jordan Corley out front. She's currently on an 8:5:03. One second left to go. And Jordan Corley has a 9.2 second lead up on the pack. And she's going to have a good run. 8:5:03. She was not too far off a 9-lap pace. Well done to Jordan. All right. Well done. Well done. Good drive by Jordan. All right. Well done, Jordan. All right, up next is our A sort of the Sportsman Nitro Truggy class. Sorry. Carl Cobra, nice. No spots left for the motor, buddy. The only competition going on right now that we have available is for the vintage kits. The motor sold out a couple hours ago. But thank you for asking and thank you for the support. We greatly appreciate it. If we can get this vintage one sold out, we probably set up another one for tomorrow. We got 8 tickets left. All right, so like I said, Chris Harris has already racked up the overall TQ. Motor has not been drawn yet. The motor will be drawn after Q3. And possibly we'll get the Brandon Rose associated build, slider build as well done. Alrighty. Yeah, so we'll be drawing that in 9 more races. After this, we got 4 heats of intermediate nitro buggy. That's still yet to be, let's see, yep. Still up for grabs is intermediate nitro buggy right now. Leading the pack is Ben Decker with a 5 and a 0. Colton Fernard for 3 and a 2. Matt Madelon for 2 and a 3. Santiago with a 0 and a 6. Donato Trollardi. That's very impressive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top 5 right now in qualifying, all young racers. Then you go to the older gentlemen. You have Sean Koshak, Chris Morant, Ridgway, another youngster, Wilson, another youngster, Cooper Johnson, another youngster, Benny Comarion, another youngster, Reggie Tung, Drake Steichleather, Brent Delkey, Renato Trindade Jr. So to me, that's what intermediate should look like. Young racers trying to go up, trying to do something. And it's good to see much more younger racers in the intermediate A sort than older guys. That's my thoughts on that. All right, so, we got Mason Mini out front. Well done. Mason, I don't think Mason has more colors in his buggy, but Truggy, but we'll see. There's Mason. So he's currently in front. He's currently on a 9.532. Oh, wow. Not good, not good, not good. Mini, Carter Bright, Breck Burns, Bradley Major, Derek Dent, John Sherrill, Arthur Stathopoulos, John Shiva, Hosea Chandler, Chris Harris, Kimo RC, John Sabater, Jose Agostino, Rachel Morant, Dennis Brew, Brian Shronite, and David Scott. Leatherman wants there's 8 drawn so he can see if he can win it today. I got you, Leatherman. We need 8 more. 8 more. All right. There is Mr. Young Carter Bright. He is out front by 1.1 seconds. Carter making his way through the end of Sector 2. And Carter driving very well right now. So we're on board with our leader, Young Carter Bright, looking to settle on a 9.528. Breck Burns is in second. Derek Dent, Mason Montminy was in the lead earlier, but had to drop down to fourth after getting involved in some lapped traffic kerfuffleage. 1:22 left to go, and Carter putting those elbows just out just enough as you see him zooming down the straightaway. And what a great line for Carter. He is in the zone. He's going wide. He saw all those cars getting sucked into the pipe, even the pro drivers. He's not going to let that happen to him. Man, he's jumping almost right into the face of that second double. Yeah, Montminy is, he's based out of New Hampshire / Florida. So his father, now the proprietor of Dynamic RC Performance and Beach RC, I believe it is. So they're here racing. Lucas is here at the Beach RC truck. I haven't even been over there to see Lucas, which is bad of me. And Carter Bright, now with 28 seconds left to go on a 9.524 pace, is the only one on a 9-lap pace, is young Carter. And he's very good. I've been watching Carter race for the last few years here with his dad. I've known his dad for many, many years. Marlo's a great dude. And Carter's just getting faster and faster. He's doing a lot of racing with his dad, and that's always awesome to see. It would be nice if I could bring my daughter up here to race with my son. Oh, great save by Carter. All right, well done, Carter. He's going to finish on a 9.525. Mason Montminy on a 9.503. Great run for him. Chemo RC up to third. Well done, Chemo. Great run, making the trip from Bermuda. Arthur Stathopoulos in fourth. Breck Burns, Chris Harris, Bradley Major, John Shiver, Josiah Chandler, Brian Shorknight, Rachel Morant, Jose Agostino, David Scott, Dennis Brew, and Derek Dent. So great run for a lot of guys. So that was great. Good stuff. All right, so there's young Carter, Mason Montminy, Chemo RC, Arthur Stathopoulos. Alrighty, so first heat of intermediate nitro buggy. All right, so while the intermediate nitro buggy, we put it on static cam, Danny he's trying to get that list up and going so we could do the drawing for the B-Rose team associated. If we can sell out that other one in this time, we can do that as well. Yep, 8 tickets left. All right, so Justin Cranford out front, followed by Ryan Pacheco, Enzo Albertoni, Hunter Parsons, Greg Nicholas, Scott Belcastro, Marlo Bright, Chris Rackus, Cameron Schaefer, Carson Ringer, Eddie Opal, Brian Johnson, Dalton Russell. No start from, well, he might have started, but he hasn't come across yet. All right, Pacheco out front. He is now in Sector 2. I think that's him right there. Pacheco currently on a 9.512 pace. So he should be up in the A sort as well. Not having a good qualifying session. And there's Ryan Pacheco making a trip from Bermuda. All right, so Ryan Pacheco is out front, followed by Chris Rackus, Justin Cranford, Cameron Schaefer, Brian Johnson, Hunter Parsons, Marlon Bright, Greg Nicholas, Carson Ringer, Scott Belcastro, Enzo Albertoni, Eddie Opal, and there is Ryan. He's having a good run. He's on a 9.512 pace. He's got 122 left to go. He saw his fellow Portuguese Bermudian Chemo do well, and he wants to repeat just like Chemo. So, Pacheco finding his mojo here in Q3. Justin Cranford is in second. Oh, Cameron Schaefer now bumping up to second. So, Ryan, driving a great race, man. We don't have tracks like this in Bermuda. He's been traveling to the Racetime events for some time. And right now, he's really in the zone. He had a 10.8 time for Sector 1. 12 flat there in Sector 2. And Pacheco having a great run here. Going to finish strong. He's going to finish on a 9.511. Well done, Ryan Pacheco. Cameron Schaefer looking to finish second. Chris Rackus, Hunter Parsons, Milo Bright, Justin Cranford, Brian Johnson, Carson Ringer, Enzo Albertoni, Greg Nicholas, Eddie Opal. Alrighty then. Up next is the C-Sort of Intermediate Nitro Buggy, time to beat Ryan Pacheco on 9.511. That is a very good time. But just as the track has gotten faster for him, it gets faster for everybody else. We got Roman Gastelum, Reed McMichael, Christian Franchuk, Dalton Hashberger, Big Country, Jeremy Reed, Jonathan Orcutt, Chauncey Mack, Ronald Kimball, David Backer, Joseph Rogero, Braden Payton, Travis Stump, Connor Rebus, Roland Compton, and Evan Vale. All right, so, hey, Stephen Forward, good morning to you. E-Money, Worlds is the last week of September. Last weekend of September, I do believe. Let me look up. Yeah, it starts... I think it starts the 27th, I want to say. Yeah, the 26th, and goes on through to the 4th. Of September to October. We'll send you some smoke signals, so you got the maybe Morse code. We'll send you some Morse code. All right, so Intermediate Nitro Buggy, we got Joseph Rogero, Connor Rebus out there battling for that top spot. They're both on 9-lap paces, but oh my goodness, look how kerfuffling that was. Connor Rebus, Joseph Rogero, Chauncey Mack now into third. Oh, we're going to pick the graphs. We're going to navigate by the stars to send you that information, E-Money. By carrier pigeon. Connor Rebus, Ronald Kimball, Jeremy Reed, Evan Vale, Braden Payton, Rogero. This is your C-Sort of Intermediate Nitro Buggy. Evan Vale out front, followed by Connor Rebus. Connor Rebus in that all-red Techno. He's a Ferrari fan. So we are 2:45 left to go. No, actually, Stephen Ford, this is not the last major USA event before the Worlds. You have the Nationals coming up in about 2 weeks' time. I think second weekend of August or first weekend of August, I think. Then I think you have the Mugen Challenge, which might see some racers go there. You have Peach State Challenge, Peach State Classic as well. So there are about 3 more viable races that they could attend. Well, obviously they'll attend the Nationals, but there are 2 other races. They're not really as big as these ones, but could attract some of the racers to go to them to get this last-minute testing in and racing under their belt before they get to the Worlds, which is one of the advantages the Americans have, is that they race against each other quite a lot. So it does keep their skills sharp, I should say. Oh, wow. So they can race right on up to the Worlds if they want. They can do that. I don't know. I mean, in Europe, they can as well, but not against each other. They have the 10-skill Euros coming up, but Baby Buggyland, I think, is in October, which would be the next race that they'd probably race against each other. Oh, Chauncey Mack getting into the pipe. 1 minute left to go. That's my synopsis. I'll be making Lefty Simple Thoughts on who I think from America can possibly win the Worlds and do well and why, just like I did for the Euros when I get back home. I just kind of want to wait for this race, and actually I want to wait for the Nationals. The Nationals is at A-Main's Silver Dollar Raceway in Chico, California. That is where it's going to be, where they had a warm-up race as well. Ongaro going to take 3 in a row. It's quite possible. No, Ongaro would take 4 in a row if he wins it. All right, guys, we got 8 tickets left to go for that vintage. Eight tickets left to go. I might be there for Natties. Yeah, it's not too far from you. Last time I went Nationals, I went with JV. He picked me up, and he took me around San Francisco, and we drove up. It was hot. Danny was there, too. Danny rented a Mustang, and I trusted him to drive me around in a fast car. Never again. Yeah, nothing happened this time. The front half of the Sportsman e-buggy are too fast. Need to bump them up to intermediate. Why? It's supposed to be hard. Oh, man, the chat is just ruthless. All right, up next is the B sort of intermediate nitro buggy. All right, so we're going to let these guys get in and get checked in and some laps under their belts. I mean, you guys can talk about the 14 World Championships. That's great. And Calvary's 9 World Championships. But here's the bottom line. There's only been one person ever to win 2 World Championships before the V-Day Ongaro came around, and that was Monesi. He didn't win 2 in a row, but he won 2 World Championships. And Ongaro tied him in 2022 and surpassed him in 2024. So, and in Nitro Buggy. That's it. Like, it's probably one of, if not the hardest world championship to win. I would say next after that would be two-wheel drive buggy. But in my opinion, 8-scale Nitro Buggy World Championship 1 hour race, winning that is probably the hardest race in RC to win. I know Ongaro made it look easy in 2024, but we found more cookies. Come see us over by Jean's Pit. Thank Garrett's mom for hiding them from us. No cookies for Danny Paz, but I'm going to rush over there and get some cookies here because I need sugar. But that's my thoughts on that. All great accomplishments, but I would say that the competition level now in 1/8-scale Nitro racing is higher than it probably ever has been. The equipment's all pretty much on par. And it wasn't about who could... I know back in the day it was about who could finish races and whatnot like that. It is still about who can finish races, but we're talking about cars flaming out and, you know, just stuff like that. It is why there's only ever been 2 people to win it more than once. No, there could be a second person that could be a third person. Runafout could win it. So... Trent Walker out front. That's Trent Walker making his way through traffic. Sticky Cheeks Cookie Monster. Hey, man, I'm a sucker for chocolate chips and peanut butter cookies. And I like the pull and peel Twizzlers more than anything. I want to know who's talking on J Concepts Live. All right, so Trent Walker finding his mojo. He's currently in a 9.512. He needs to pick up a second if he wants to take over that TQ over Pacheco. So Trent powering down the straightaway. Was there ever a decision on the tire sniffer thing? Well, I think they are not going to be using that because they're testing it in Afra, I was told, or going to be testing. At least that's what the video said. Has anybody done 1/10 scale and 8 scale in the same year? No, because you can't do 1/10 scale and 8 scale in the same year, I don't think, because they're 2 years apart. But, oh, okay, it's Jay Rona. What's up, Jay Ro? He likes getting me on the 10 scale stuff. Mark Pavidis held 10 scale and 8 scale world titles at the same time. And so did Ongaro. But you can't, unless it's an off year where they have 2 worlds that I didn't know about in 1 year, way back in the day, it might have been, I don't know, Jason might know. What's up, Jason? Can we make Reactor Cross? Oh, you know what? Listen. Because I have to get all the naysayers, you know, all these people plotting against me now saying that Danny didn't beat me in the Reactor Cup grudge match. Now I'm going to have to bring Kerfuffle out of retirement and go beat him again. That's all it's going to come down. We were supposed to race her. So I do believe that Pavidis held both titles at one point. Ongaro obviously held both titles at one point as well. 2002 could have happened, but no one did. In 2002, the Ghani won. That's the first time America won the 8-scale worlds. Grudge match Reactor Cross at the full-time entertainment events. And Pavidis had an Onward Worlds too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had a Pro 10 Worlds. I could be wrong. Okay, sorry. He did not. 1995 World Champ and 2000 World Champ. So not at the same time. I would say Ongaro has, though. He's probably the only one then. All right, Trent Walker going to set a new TQ, a 9.509. That's a good run. Trent's been looking for that all day, and that would be a good run for him. And he takes over that top spot from from Ryan Pacheco. So it probably is just Ongaro who has had both a 10-scale World Championship and 2001 World Tours got rescheduled because of 9/11. Is that when it went to South Africa? But then it could have been, yes, it would have been 2 years. It would have been a 10-scale Worlds and a 8-scale Worlds. Yes, he won 200mm nitro touring car. I don't think it was a World Cup. Not sure if it was an official. Oh, yeah, if it was like a World Cup, it wouldn't be official. I thought he won Pro 10 or something like that. But, yeah, I don't think they're going to have those World Cup races anymore. That was for back in the day when we didn't have the internet, I think. I went to the e-buggy World Cup in Guarda 2 years ago. Beautiful up there. All right, so we got Gabriel Santiago currently taking TQ in Q1, followed by Matt Madelon, Colton Fernari, Donato Tradardi, Benjamin Decker, Wilson Colwart, Ada Ridgway, Ryan Daze. So all those 8 racers there are all young racers. Cavallari does not have an 8-scale Worlds. There are only 3 Americans that have 8-scale World Championships. They are Greg Degani, Mark Pavidis, and Cody King. And then North American would be Ty Tessman. There's Ben Decker right there. I think the Italians have won it the most. Hey, it's quite open. We have a clean slate coming up in 2-3 months' time at the Worlds. We don't know what the track is going to be like. And, hey, the winner will be the person who finishes first across the line after 60 minutes. It's going to be, I just hope it's a great, great race. That's all I care about. Because there's a lot of great storylines, I think, whoever wins it, to be honest. All right, so we are following Ben Decker, who is currently scored down in 7th. And Ben Decker getting a little bit squirrely as he gets onto the straightaway. Colton Fernari out front, followed by Wilson Colwart, Aiden Ridgway, Gabriel Santiago, Ben Decker, Donato Tradardi, Cooper Johnson, Ryan Daze, Jake Stykeleather. Right now, Fernari, Colwart, and Ridgway all going faster than Trent Walker's time. Ryan Pacheco from the C sort right now standing 8th. Second in 2014 in... Whew, my guys are jumping right out of those bumps now. When Ty won it in Sicilia on the concrete track. Which probably could have been Mayfield's win at the same time if it wasn't for the servo. Because he was flying out front. But there's a lot of what-ifs at the Worlds. Almosts. All right, so Patrick just told me there's 15 in and 2 bump up. So 17 car finals. So, yeah. I have not Stephen forward. Furnari is out front. He's on a 9.504. He's flying. And if it stays like this, Pacheco, I'm rooting for Pacheco because he's a Bermudian. So he's going to be in 6. If it finishes like this, that'd be good for him. Donato Tradardi up front, up in 2nd. Florida is really represented this weekend. And, man, Florida RC is definitely on 8 scale. Is on an uptick for sure. Producing a lot of fast young racers coming up. But the East Coast is an 8 scale, just period. Fernari, Decker, Ridgway, Mad Matty Long, Tradardi, Comarion, Santiago. Cooper Johnson is from Texas. Daze. Who else? Wilson, Carver, Dylan Coe. All these, they're all good racers. Very good young racers. 1:23 left to go. Fernari is out front. Ridgway trying to make some inroads. Ridgway now currently in second. Santiago now back up to second. Santiago wants to make a stay for the overall TQ. He knows a win will do it here for him. Fernari has I believe, a 0 and a 2. All right. Tradardi now into that second spot. Fernari is on a mission, though. Fernari absolutely flying. And Fernari looking to wrap this up in the intermediate nitro buggy class. Ben Decker with a 5 and a 0. Fernari with a 3 and a 2. Ooh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. If Gabriel can finish second, he can push this. So Gabriel needs to finish second. He's down in the fourth. He's got 15 seconds left to go. He's up to third. So let's see. Ridgway now. Fernari, though, out front by 4.6 seconds. No harm, no foul. And I think the only one that can threaten him for the overall TQ would be Santiago, and he's down in fifth now. Fernari, Aiden, Ridgway, Mad Matty Long, Donato, Gabriel. Fernari going to take the win. Ridgway looking to finish second, maybe. Mad Matty's still running. She's 0.2 of a second back. And Fernari going to take the overall TQ, this I'm sure. And Mad Matty bumps up to second, so that's a good run for her. She'll be happy with that. And that is your intermediate nitro buggy qualifying in the books. Trent Walker going to finish fourth overall of that run. Brian Pacheco eighth. Colton Fernari, Mad Matty Long, Aiden Ridgway, Gabriel Santiago, your top four, followed by Trent Walker, Donato Tradardi, Cooper Johnson, Ryan Pacheco, Ben Decker, and Benny Comarion. In that top 10, there are only 2 drivers over that are 20 plus, and that's, well, Pacheco is probably in his 30s, but that's Trent Walker and Ryan Pacheco. That is excellent, in my opinion. All right, so J-Row, up until 1995, Mark Francis was the more accomplished racer over Matt. And I remember listening to you guys' Radio Impound podcast with Matt Francis. It was very good. All right, up next, Pro Nitro Buggy. Let's see how it all shook out in the intermediate class. All righty. All right, intermediate Nitro Buggy. We have Fernari, Gabriel Santiago in second, Mad Matty Long in third, Benjamin Decker fourth, Donato Tradardi in fifth, Ada Ridgway sixth, Sean Kotrak seventh, Chris Morant in eighth, Cooper Johnson ninth, Evan Vale 10th, Benuco Comarion 11th, Ryan Daze 12th, Trent Walker 13th, Wilson Coward 14th, and Brent Thelke in 15th. Outside looking in, we got Mark Moon, Reggie Tung, Drake Steichleather, Jake Stolsing, Renato Tradardi. Man, Brian Pacheco had a 54, a 29, and an 8. He could have done a lot better if he had just, done good in his first qualifiers. How many racers we got in intermediate? We got 63 intermediate nitro racers. That's good. That's very good. Well done. Awesome to see. Would be a major spin-out if an Australian driver won the Worlds. Well, that was Kyle McBride. I think he had the best chances. I think he actually made so many finals in his time. One of the most naturally talented racers, I think, ever. But I think he should have gotten out of Australia when he was running for Associated. I always say this on the show. And probably got to America and Europe and raced for a year or so. Would have done his career wonders, I think. And I think mostly will agree with that. Kyle McBride was amazingly fast at his prime for a very long time. All right, so we're watching Dakota Fenn out front, followed by Joey Bardon, Cole Ogden, Cole Caston, Braden Bruce, Julian Oliveras, Dalton Balboa, Dylan Raposo, Jacob Patterson, Wade Pickett, Billy Easton, Caden Fuller, Tater Sontag, and no start from Dan Carlos. Aaron Stringer was good, too. He made the Worlds in 2018, but it's hard for them over in Australia, being far away from all the action, I would say. Alrighty, so let's see how things are sitting in the Pro Nitro class. We got Rivkin out front, Rose, Jonah Wilson, Mayfield, Wiggins, Fee, Seth, Lee. Fenn is going to be way on because he had a DNF. Yeah, he's in 16th, but he has a win under his belt. And he's looking to take another win and just wrap up the TQ altogether. With 2 minutes left to go. Oh, my goodness. So much speed being carried onto that sweeper, man. There must be a divot out there. I'm going to take a walk out there when I take my break after this and go have a look myself and see what it's looking like out there. Well, Logan Toya is not actually from Australia. He's from New Zealand. It's Jaden Edmonds, Alex Bernardzek. Wohalter is also very good. And the other kid, he's not a kid no more. Jaden Jaminson's good. He's from New Zealand. Oh, what's that kid name? He's not a kid. He ran Techno for the longest while. He gives great interviews. His name will come to me. I know his name I just can't remember. Fend out front. He's on a 10-lap 5:19. He's 4.1 seconds up on Caston. Cole Ogden's in third. Joey Bordon, Oliveras, Jacob Hartson, Della Raposo, Wade Pickett, Billy Easton, Caden Fuller, Dalton Balboa, Braden Bruce, Tater Sontag, and Dan Carlos. Alrighty. Fend out front. 10-5-19. All right, so Fenn going to finish up here. All right, so Dakota Fenn, wow, setting that TQ time of a 10:5:20. All right, so up next, Fee Long taking that TQ in Q1. Let's see what he can do. Caleb Noble, that's his name. Thank you. Couldn't get it off my tongue. Caleb Noble, that's the other Australian young fast guy. All right. Fee, looking for another TQ. Spencer Rivkin is in the lead right now, and I'll be honest with you. For me, Spencer looked the best in practice in buggy when I sat up there on Thursday. Seth Van Dalen in fourth. Douglas Schufelt had a fourth place qualifying session as well. We're watching Mayfield go through the craters. He wants a good qualifying session. Mayfield is currently sitting in fourth. He got 11 and a 2. Let's see if Mayfield's been in the lab and picked out something and been wrenching on the techno to get it. So there is Ryan Mayfield firing down the straight out 32-3 right off the bat. Jared Wiggins. Oh, man, that area is going to be just like where an asteroid landed and just made a big crater. Let's pick up on Fee. Let's watch Fee for a little bit. Yeah, let's watch Fee. Because he was also impressive with his throttle inputs in practice. And look at that. Every time we go to switch to Fee, something happens. We're just going to stop watching him and stop jinxing him. Fee currently down in 11th. It's Van Dalen to the point. Camden Lime. Spencer Rivkin. Jarrett Tebow. Ryan Mayfield. Oh, Spencer Rivkin 2 points. Seth Van Dalen in second. Jarrett Tebow. Ryan Mayfield. Jared Wiggins. Lee Setzer. Jonah Wilson. Aiden Horn. Brendan Rose. Fee Long. Douglas Schufelt. Cavallari. Camden Lime. Wow, Camden dropped all the way down to 12th. And Fee Long win. Ryan Lutz in 15th. All right. Let's pick up on, we haven't watched much, is Seth Van Dalen. That's Douglas Schufelt right there and Mayfield. We'll show Douglas for a little bit for our Canadian racers who are watching. Douglas coming off a very good fourth in Q1. He's currently in 9th with a 4 and a 16, so he's looking for a good run here as well. So Douglas trying to claw his way back up, currently down in 11th. He'll be a 14th overall. He wants to get in that top 10. We'll see what happens. Mason Fuller, wow. Mason Fuller on the back foot here in 11th. He needs more than a top 10 run. And we're on board with the Mayfield. Mayfield now just under a second up on Seth Van Dalen. Mayfield currently going faster than Fenn by 5/100ths of a second. And Mayfield just had a 10.4 in Sector 1 in that previous lap. He backs that up with a 10.2, so he's on a faster lap at the moment. 11.3 was his sector time in that previous lap. Mayfield making his way through the S's. Into the motocross ruts he goes, and it's going to be a 10.1. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be a flying, flaming lap for Mayfield. He is on fire. 10.1. Let's see what he does. Ooh, it's slower, 10.8, 32.4. He had 11.2. So it looked faster, but the times tell the story. All right, Tebow up to second. Setzer into third. Let's show some love to some of the other racers out there while Mayfield's out there with a 1.5 second lead. Rivkin currently down in fifth. Mayfield has already TQ'd the All right. Mayfield still out front. Tebow 1.3 seconds back. Jonah Wilson. Lee Setzer, Jared Wiggins. Dakota Fenn, though, still on a TQ run. If he gets this TQ, he'll take TQ overall. All right. Tebow out to point. Tebow feeling the flow like Bruce Leroy. Man, what if Tebow TQs this run? That would actually be pretty cool. So, Tebow and these guys, I think in their 40th year. So they're going 40 this year. I know Cavallari just went 40. So these guys showing how fast I can meet. I mean, Tebow is racing, but he's not racing as much as these guys, and he's in second right now. Third overall if it finishes like this. That's pretty good. Oh, man. So it's going to be Dakota Fenn holding on for that TQ. Ryan Mayfield in second. Jarrett Tebow third overall. Cole Casson going to hold on for fourth. Lee Setzer fifth overall. Cole Ogden sixth overall. Good run for him. Aiden Horn, Seth Fendale, and Jared Wiggins, Jonah Wilson, Mason Fuller 11th. Fee Longwin, Julian Oliveris, Ryan Lutz. Oof. So bad run for Rivkin. Not so good run for Schufelt. Bad run for Brandon Rose. But let's see exactly where they end up here. Once the scoring has been updated, I will give you a run through your starting order 15 tomorrow. All right, let's see. Has it been updated? And we got Pro Nitro Buggy. Nope, hasn't been updated yet. Still waiting, guys. E-money. Big shout out to all the sponsors that make the Wicked Weekend happen. Absolute Hobbies, J Concepts, Techno, A-Main Hobbies, ProTech RC, Dialed RC, Coyote, BeachRC.com, S-Works, Nitro Pro, On Point RC Graphics, Exalt, TNR Fuels, VP Racing Fuels, and Elite RC Productions. And of course, a big shout out to all of you guys out there in Chatlandia. We can't do this without you. We thank you. Let's see. Have we had any movement on that vintage one? Let me refresh. Nope, still on 8. We need 8 people to buy 8 tickets, or 1 person to buy 8 tickets, and we could sell that out. That would be awesome. I don't think nobody wants my signature. Let's see. Let me try Try and pull up results. Pro Nitro Buggy. And we want to thank you guys for all joining us. We don't go anywhere because we're still here for quite a long time. All right, so Dakota Faring going to be your overall TQ. Ryan Mayfield in second. Spencer Rifkin third. Brandon Rose in fourth. So Brandon Rose having a bad Q3, but he had a 5 and a 5. Seth Van Dalen for 3.14 and an 8. Fee Long for 0.17 and 12. Tebow for 13.9 and a 3. Joe Nabus from the 8.4 and a 10. Lee Setzer in ninth, 10.75. Jared Wiggins with a 7 and a 6. Cole Ogden in 11th with an 8 and a 6. Schufelt in with a 4 and a 16. Ryan Lutz in with a 6 and a 14. Aiden in with a 15 and 7. And your last driver directly into the A final in 15th position, the S-Works driver from Arizona, Camden Line. In 16th is Ryan Cavallari, Cole Caston, Mason Fuller in 18th. So Mason Fuller is going to have to put on the afterburners and be one of those two drivers. B-Man is going to be awesome. Caden Fuller, Joey Burdon, Julian Oliveras, Braden Bruce, Jacob Hardison, Tater Sontag, Dylan Raposo, Dalton Balboa, Wade Piggott, Dan Carlos. So, there we go. I asked Cav if he's going to run 40 plus, and he said, no way. He's not running 40 plus. All right, everybody. I'll be back shortly. I have to go for a quick break, and I will be back.
Agostino, your race leader. Quentin Wages in that number 2 spot. Joe Vietro in the 3. Adam Courtney in the 4. Dud Ludwig in the 5. Let's see. Intermediate Nitro Buggy. That's Colton Fernari. I'll need you to report to the broadcast booth beside the driver's stand with your car for TQ photo, please. Colton Fernari. And I want to say Pro Nitro. That was Dakota. Okay. All right. We got everybody. All right. 3:30 down. 1:30 left to go. Quentin Wages now up to the top of the leaderboard. 0.8 of a second up on Jose Agostino. You got Joe Vietro in the 3, Adam Courtney in the 4, Dud Ludwig rounding out your top 5.
One minute left.
Just under 1 minute left to go. Jose now back out front. 0.8 of a second between him and
45
Quentin.
seconds left.
Joe Vietro still holding on to the 3. Ludwig now up to the number 4. Ryan Tucker in the 5.
Thirty seconds left. Fifteen seconds left.
15 seconds left to go. Jose now stretching out that lead. Quentin going to have a rough lap, but he's going to maintain that number 2 spot as the race clock is about to expire. And that is time, guys. Everybody keep going until you hear your name. Oh, Marshall on the front straightaway.
Jose Agostino done. Quentin Wages done. Emmett Harris done. Tony Chandler done. Doug Ludwig done.
All right,
Joe
guys,
Pietro
race
done.
them back to the line.
Jack Guys done. Jacob Ballou done. Buddy Spears done. Justin Slavin
Waiting
done.
on Ryan
Adam Courtney
Tucker,
done.
Jace Cranford, Matt Jones.
Ryan Tucker done.
Waiting on Chase Cranford, Matt Jones. Last two to finish. Chase Cranford, Matt Jones. Looks like Jace is the only one left. And
Chase
that is a
Cranford
race,
done.
guys. Everybody has done it. Will be Jose Agostino taking the race win, setting the bar here. 8-lap, 5:16.
All drivers are finished. Matt Jones done.
All righty, guys. Put your
The
cars
race
down.
is
Coming out and
completed.
grab a turn marshal spot. You have 45 seconds to get in position, please. Once again, guys, I still need some TQ photos. John Bernard Jr. with your e-buggy. Zach, I didn't realize you were in that last race. I apologize, buddy. Just when you get a chance. Yeah. Track is hot, track is hot. Race number 46 underway. Right now, the TQ time looking to beat Jose Agostino. 8-lap, 5:16. All right, let's see. All right, so still for TQ photo, John Bernard with your e-buggy. Zach Milner with your e-truggy. Already got Benny. Already got Maddie. Already got Colton. I need Dakota Fenn with your e-buggy and nitro buggy. I need Mark Moon with your nitro buggy. I need Gabriel Santiago. See if that's truck or car. I want to say it's car. Nope. I need Gabriel Santiago with your nitro truck to report to Danny's Perch for your TQ
4
photo.
minutes left.
Gabriel Santiago. I need Ryan Mayfield with your nitro truck. Report to Danny's Perch for your TQ photo. All righty, guys, we're 130 down, 3:30 left to go. It is Aaron Aldremissen currently out front as they continue to cycle around the board. It is now scoring Tim Line, your race leader. As they're coming back toward the line. Yes, sir, it is Tim Lime, S-Works USA
3
team
minutes left.
leader, out front. In that number 2 spot, representing Team Uda. William Miller in the 3, Tommy Coker in the 4, Aaron Aldremissen in the 5. 2:15 down, 2:45 left to go. Hey, Addison, you can blame Jordan for this, but happy birthday. Jordan told me to tell you happy birthday. That's what she said. She wanted me to sing, but I don't want nobody's ears to bleed. Just saying, okay? But happy birthday.
2 minutes left.
All righty, guys, we are 3 down and 2 to go. It is Chemo now showing the way. Aaron up to that number 2 spot. Ron Vanderkoy in the 3. Bob Griffith in the 4. William Miller in the 5. Oh, caution over that front double. Oh, man. Q just jumped on the car and said, welcome to Jurassic Park. 3:45 down, 1:15 left to go. It is Chemo showing the way. 3.5 seconds on the field. Bob Griffith in that number 2 spot. Aaron Aldrimus in the 3. Ron Vanderkoy in the 4. Nope, take that back. Tim Lime to the 4. Oh, man, we got some carnage on pit lane
left.
there. Easy, guys. Come on now. You got to go around each other, not through each other. Straighten it up. Easy on the front straightaway, y'all. Oh, easy, Justin.
Left.
Take it easy, buddy. Yeah, if you can just fold, if anything, just fold the banner and get it off the track.
30 seconds
30
left.
seconds left to go. Bob Griffith now, your race leader.
$15 seconds left.
And that is time, guys. Everybody keep going until you hear your name.
Reuben Johnson done.
All righty, guys. Keep on going until you hear the computer call your name.
Ron Vanderkoy done.
Keep going, Chemo. You're still on the clock. Keep going, Chemo.
Corey Jordan done. Stephen Hammer done. Bob Griffith done. William Miller done. David Guillemette done. Aaron Aldrimison done.
Gonna have a late finish, guys. Late finish. Last car hot going into the off-camber. That car is still hot.
Tim Lime done. Taylor Foskey done.
Racing back to the line,
Ashton
guys.
Smith
Cross-lining, you are done. This time by. Last car hot going
Emo
on to the
RC
front
done.
double.
Chet Howard done.
Just waiting on Charlie Bosworth, Tyler LaFear, and Chris Harris. Last 3 to finish. Charles Bosworth, Tyler LaFear, Chris Harris. Last ones to finish. One more still out, guys. One more still hot. Wait, no, Chris Harris.
Chris Harris done.
That is a race, guys. Everybody is done. It's going to be Chemo taking the win. 8-lap, 5:30.
All drivers
Good enough
are
for
finished.
3rd overall
The race
so
is completed.
far. All right.
All right, everybody, we are back. Jose Agostino, Quinton Wages, Chemo RC having a solid run just now. Carter Bright, who was absolutely flying in Carter Bright, who took a very impressive TQ there in Nitro Truggy earlier, looking to replicate that here in Nitro Buggy. Let's see what young Carter can do. Carter Bright's future is very, you know what, bright. We did a slight pit walk. I think it's up on TV on the first day, but we're kind of flat out and short-handed here. So, yeah, that's kind of to the depth we're going to go. We're going to start doing interviews tomorrow after bump-ups and whatnot. But it's a long day today. We're scheduled to be here to about 11 o'clock. So, it's about just pursuing and making it through the day on the short roster of people that we have here. Corey Detter, man, I missed the B-Rose build tickets. Took a break to build my SRC10FT, and it's sold out already. But guess what, Corey Detter? You can join in on the last 8 tickets for the vintage e-ticket competition for RC10 GT. I know it's not a FTE. I really want one of the Stadium Truck FTEs. And a Graphite Edition, winner's choice of a Graphite Edition RC10 GT or a Graphite Edition RC10. We have 8 tickets left on that. We are going to do the drawing for the engine and the buggy, I think, after this, after Q3. And I don't know if we have another plan. I heard we might have another pro build plan. Yeah. Danny says Nitro kit built by Lefty the Great. Well, I mean, unlike you, I built my reactor. Notice he said nothing, nobody. Hit silence from Danny just now because he didn't even build his own monster truck. I built my own monster truck. And he has no comeback from that. All right. Phil Scott, Matthew Hobbs, Carter Bright now in third. We're watching Phil Scott right now as he makes his way through the sector. In fact, now he disconnected me from his headset. Yeah, I'm there. I thought you... Oh, wow. That was like spark and smoke at the same time. Well, I do outsource to Gene quite a lot, actually, at SJ Racing, Amber. And Patrick, you know. Nuclear Crypto, I have no idea. I'll let you know when I know. I know they said they will take a 20 to 30 minute break to sort the mains. So what time is it now? 7:50. We should be done here in just after 8. I would say 8:45 at the latest, maybe. Lefty to win the Worlds. The Reactor Cup Worlds, yes. Because, you know, I'm a professional monster trucker now. Well, I'm taking my truck home, and I'm going to get me some ramps. I'm going to build me some ramps, and we're going to practice. Phil Scott, Carter Bright, Matthew Hobbs, Rachel Morant, Evan Steichleather, Anthony Scott. "35 seconds left to go. This is your C sort of the Sportsman Nitro Buggy. Let's see what the Sportsman Nitro Buggy class is looking like right now. Let's see. Give me a second, race fans. All right, Sportsman Nitro Buggy. So Max Mejia out front with a 0 and 2. Brett Burns also has a 0 and a 4. Ever Lobos, Jacob Reed, Dennis Brew, Owen Simmons, John Sabater, Derek Dent, Jason Lynn, Caden Weidenhammer, Scotty Powell, Mason Montminy, Adam Raber, Naeem Spencer, the young Bermudian. He has a 3 and a 35. He's going to have a very good run. Top 10 run would be great for him. Carter Bright had a 3. And Carter Bright is looking to go second overall. He's going to need a bit better run than this. We'll see how it all pans out for young Carter Bright, who's currently 15th. He had a 3 in round number 2. Let's see if he can get a top 5, and that would be good. Good afternoon. I'm sorry, good evening, chat. We got 274 people watching. We are going to do a few lower mains tonight. I don't know how many or how many we're striving to go through. I haven't been told that. I don't know when we're actually starting. I did hear that we are going to take a 20 to 30 minute break to sort all the A finals out. Sort all the finals out. And once I know, I will definitely let you guys know. We'll stay live. And well done, Carter Bright. Just turned on a 8.5.19. Not faster than Jose Augustino's 8.5.16. So, up next is the B sort for Sportsman Nitro Buggy. It's still one running out there, according to Patrick. I know a lot of talk about the worlds in the chat. I guess we can talk about that while we wait. Yeah, very excited for the worlds. It always seems to be a much bigger deal for the worlds when it's in the USA. Last time it was here was 2016 in Vegas, and it just seems like whenever it comes to the USA, it's just a much bigger deal, I guess. It's going to be under a roof for the first time ever at Thornhill. Looking to be the last race at Thornhill. What a way to go out unless somebody purchases it. And yeah, it's just like lots of storylines going in. Of course, you have Ongaro looking to go 4 in a row and become a 4-time 8-scale champion. And after the World's warm-up, many would think, or many would agree that he is the favorite and already have given him the trophy. Or he has one hand on the trophy and it's going in his luggage to go back to Italy. But really, anything can happen in that 60 minutes. So we can't count the chickens before the eggs have hatched. And we have to wait till the end of the 60 minutes in about 2 months' time. I tried to answer this question here the other day, Stephen Forward, and in the younger generation, who do you see to be the level outside of the Southeast and goes up to the Northeast? But we have to see how she does at national events. When I say nationals, like the Raw Nationals and stuff like that. So we have to see. Colton Tilley, I will be there, and I am looking forward to your barbecue, my good friend. I will make sure that I have more than one plate this time, because one plate was not enough. Danny, you don't eat pork, so none for you. I'll just take Danny's share. Adam Raber out front. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I can answer it in Europe, but in America, it's still up for grabs. Still up for finding that. And when I'm saying somebody that's young and good, I'm talking about somebody that's on fees level right now, because that's the youngest, best driver in America. In the world, I would say, at 15 years old. An 8 scale, anyway. All right, so we're on board with Mr. Adam Raber, who is currently scored in second. Awesome, Colton. I look forward to seeing you, bud. Come hang out with you a couple of nights. Colton Tilley does a wood-burning barbecue. And he has it set up where he's in a bus, so he lives in the bus, and the barbecue and the restaurant's all set up, and man, it is absolutely delicious. He starts cooking that food very early. I don't even think he lets the fire go down in his barbecue or his grill. I'm sorry, his smoker. I don't know the actual name for it. But I look forward to seeing him. He's a nice dude, too. Really enjoyed my trip up to Omaha last year, and I'm looking forward to going back there this year. All right, Adam Raber is back out front. We have 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left to go. This is your B sort of the Sportsman Nitro Buggy class. And luckily, he has brisket for you, Danny, so you can have some beef brisket. Have you ever ate brisket before, Daniel? Okay, so he's never ate brisket before. Great. Danny eats chicken. Well, we'll have a little lecture about that later on, Mr. Paz. Because I'm about to educate you about the chicken. All right, so Will Ivy now up to that top spot. Will rocking that Kyosho. I think, ooh, well, that was close. I think that's Will right there, actually. Ooh, no. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rackus. We haven't had a chance to eat the other one yet. We're saving it for supper. We haven't had a chance to eat the other one yet, but thank you.
You won't be hungry?
I'll eat it later. And Mr. Rackus just bought us chocolate cake, Danny Paz. Yeah. And you'll get the smallest piece. Well, obviously, he bought the bigger piece for the bigger guy. If you guys heard me go quiet, you know I just got some cake. 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go. 350 down. Will Ivy out front. He's 1.9 seconds up. That would have been 2 cars incinerated if they hit. Yeah, it's been some good action on the track so far this weekend. We've had some great qualifying. The weather is exceptional, so that makes it good. Yeah, so far the Wicked Weekend has been wicked, I would say, as Danny said in my ear. All right, so I was just informed that we will restart the stream for the lower main, but we will be doing the drawing first. All right, so we will do the drawing first, and we will restart the feed for the lower mains. So we'll see you all there because we're just doing this so we have it all nice and neat on YouTube. And we appreciate all you guys. We hope that you come join us to watch the lower main, support your racers from your neighborhoods who are racing, and your friends and your family if you're watching at home. And join me in the chat because I enjoy definitely talking to you guys. It's fun to do all of this prior to we getting into the racing where we have to get into the race calling and get serious. So I do enjoy the banter and the chatting prior. So thank you all. I greatly appreciate it. Noda Fed says, I want cake. Well, you're quite far away, just like I wanted coffee this morning. All right, so Caden Weidenhammer is going to set a new TQ of an 8.508. Don Hovde in second, and Augustino drops down to third. So Carter Bright already running on thin ice right now. He needs a top 10. Maybe a top 15 would be good enough. He says he's got chicken too for you, Danny, so there you are. Once again, I'm making sure you get fed. Yeah. All right, so final race of qualifying. It has been a long session of qualifying. There you go, Danny. There's the names. We're not ready to go yet, though. There you go. Natty is ready to go. We want to thank everybody for their support. A big shout out to all these sponsors to make the Wicked Weekend possible. Absolute Hobbies, J Concepts, Techno, A-Main Hobbies, Protect RC, Diode RC, Coyote, BeachRC.com, S-Works, Nitro Pro, On Point RC Graphics, Exalt, TNR Fuels, VP Racing Fuels, and Elite RC Productions. Thank you very much. And a big shout out to all of you guys out there, the racing fans around the world, tuning in and watching the Wicked Weekend. We absolutely appreciate you guys' support. We have one more race to go. It's still all up for grabs here in Sportsman Nitro Buggy. Max Mejia, John Sabater, Naeem Spencer, Breck Burns, Jason Lynn, Ever Lobos, Owen Simmons, Bradley Major, Scotty Pyle. Sorry, Jacob Reed, Scotty Powell, Dennis Rue, Josiah Chandler, Mason Mini, Burmy, Shane Hill, Derek Dent, and Derek Long. Banana pudding, I had that yesterday. It was amazing. You know, I only discovered banana pudding a few years ago. Man, I want to try all the banana pudding. All righty then. We're on board with Mr. Derek Dent. Yeah, the weather is amazing. Yeah, that's really made the difference. Okay, it was raining yesterday, but it wasn't that. I mean, yes, it rained and it stormed, but it really cooled things down. It actually made the track better, and I actually wouldn't mind a little bit of a rainstorm tonight to keep the moisture in the air. And it was foggy last night, too, and this morning. It was so foggy, it was like, it got to the point I couldn't stay outside because you was getting, it was just wet. It was very dense. All right, so Breck Burns out front, followed by Ever Lobos, Max Mejia, Naeem Spencer, looking to have a good run right now. And I think we've picked up on Breck Burns. Oh, nope, that's not Breck Burns. All right, so I want to see the young Bermudian run. Oh, great whip by Breck. He's in fifth, Naeem Spencer. I want to see him at some point throughout this race. No, he's just in the pits and out, so that's not going to help him out. I have no idea why they were in the pits. I missed that. So he's got a long, hard, uphill battle to make after coming in the pits. Max Mejia looking to wrap up this overall TQ here. Oh, great save by Max. It could have been a lot worse. He didn't crash. If he would have crashed, it would have cost him quite a lot of time. All right, so 3 minutes left to go. Derek Dent out front. Breck Burns out front, followed by Derek Dent, Mejia, Lobos, Spencer. Spencer going to drop after that long lap. Yep, and Spencer all the way down to... He must have flamed out. That's what happened. He did flame out. So Spencer flaming out. Hey, what up, Chris? All right, so Breck Burns having an accident just now, and he is going to drop down to fourth. All right, Mejia out front, followed by Dent, Lobos, Burns, Jason Lynn. I do not know how many mains will be tonight. Not yet. Danny says he heard 12, so I don't know. I cannot confirm that. Live RC is working for me. I'm looking at it right now. Nope, I have scoring. Max Mejia out front. I don't work for Live RC. I don't know how to help you out there. But I have Live RC scoring in front of me. Yeah, I have live time, so that means it's up. I don't know if the actual website is on. Yeah, so Danny says it's working for him. Mejia with 28 seconds left to go. Everlobos 6.8 seconds back. Mejia, Breck, and Everlobos all going faster than Caden Wadenhammer. Oh, Carter Bright will finish 11th if it finished like this. I think that'll be enough to get him in the A final. Oh, it is done. Oh, well. It is done. I can't get on. The website is done. Oh, well. That is 100% nothing to do with me or Elite RC Productions. I don't know how you're going to know the schedule, my friend. The schedule hasn't even been posted yet or done. Might have to do it the old-fashioned way with paper. Oh, I would just hang around. Don't go anywhere and wait. You're asking me to help you out with something that I have no power of helping you out with. I can't do nothing about live RC. It's out for me too. Just hang around and wait like you used to in the old days when you didn't have live RC. You're here. All right, let's see who takes over. It's going to be Max Mejia taking the overall TQ. Well done. All right, let's get ready to do the drawing. What's the first one up, Danny Paz? All right, so we're going to do the drawing for the Ultimate Racing Engine and Pipe Combo. Oh my goodness, it's back up. All right, so up next. I need to sneak this. This is for the Ultimate Engine and Pipe Combo. So we have 80 names in here. Danny's going to shuffle them up. And go ahead, Danny. Alrighty, so it's going to be... It was almost Jerry Klingbeil. Kirk Howard. Congratulations, Kirk. You are the winner of a brand new spanky Ultimate Engine Motor Pipe Combo. Thank you for the support. We greatly appreciate it. And just contact the Elite RC Productions website. And it's going to take a day or two. Maybe there's somebody here that can bring it to you, so let us know. Congratulations to Kirk. Up next is the Brandon Rose winner's choice of either the new e-buggy or nitro buggy up for grabs. A slider built by Brandon Rose. Danny's just getting things ready. And there we go. Thank you all for all the support with this. And Danny has shuffled it up. 1 second, Danny. Don't go yet. All right. Go ahead, Danny. Spin the wheel. This is for the Team Associated winner's choice of the new e-buggy or nitro buggy built by Brandon Rose. And the winner is Wayne Philbrick. Congratulations, Wayne Philbrick. You are the winner of either your choice of an electric or nitro Team Associated brand new 8-scale buggy. Thank you guys for all the support. I will, once I find, well, I think we're going to cut the feed and come back. Dan is going to put the feed right back up. Once I find out what's going on, because I too do not have access to Live RC. Once I find out what's going on, I will let you guys know. So, with that said, I'll see you in the new chat on YouTube. Thank you all.